If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. The elephant thinks run. And it's all mentality. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas, but I'm king of my jungle because of my mentality.
What happens when you're a gazelle and you're not being pushed, you're not being prodded, you're not giving them a reward, nobody's encouraging you? What happens when you're a gazelle and the lion's not chasing you anymore? You stop running. But what happens when you're a lion? When you're a lion, it does not make a difference. You realize that if your family is going to eat, that if that pack of lions is to survive, then you gotta go hunt. A part of being a beast just ain't eating a gazelle. A part of being a beast is the hunts. It's the hunt that they're excited about. They like to see the gazelles run. Then boom, they take off. Because real lions like to hunt. They love the process just as much as they love the prize. And some of y'all just want to score. You don't like the process. You're not in love with the process. A true hunter's goal is not the prize. A true hunter's goal is to hunt. That's what they live for. They live to hunt. They don't just live to catch it. It's the whole process. When you are a true hunter, you don't go by time, you go by the gazelle. When you are a true hunter, you hunt until you get a gazelle, and you don't stop until you get one. And then you get another, and then you get another, and you get another. If you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do, be what you say you're gonna be, you're gonna have to lion me out. You a gazelle, you're gonna come up short. You a gazelle, you're gonna have an average experience. You a student, I need you in lion mode. You an entrepreneur, I need you in lion mode. You trying to lose weight, lion mode. You can't do nothing significant in gazelle mode, nothing. Nothing impressive happens in gazelle mode. Nothing happens in run mode, give up mode, quit mode, scared mode, fearful mode, nothing happens. Everything happens in lion mode like I'm coming to get you.
Happy Friday, everybody. It is Chris. I am the founder of Alphapreneur, which is the world's fastest growing community for entrepreneurs that will help you get the results you truly want in your life. And I want to welcome you all to today's live stream. Today we're on the, well, it sounded like it was the final day for the One Funnel Away Challenge, which was interesting because I thought it was a 30-day challenge, but today was day 26. So guess it's the final day, which is, I'm actually kind of relieved because I'm ready to like get into the next phase of what we're going to be doing for the live streams on this YouTube channel for Alphapreneur. So if you are a member of Alphapreneur and you are here live right now, just go ahead and let me know member. And then if you have anything to say about Alphapreneur, go ahead and say it in the live chat. That's part of why I like to go live, is just to kind of have a little bit of time carved out each day to be able just to connect one-on-one with all of you. So I want to thank you all so much for being here. And then if you were just kind of stumbling on this live stream and maybe you're watching this live or you're watching the recording of this, it's totally okay. Again, my name is Chris Luck, and again, I'm the founder of Alphapreneur. If you go to alphapreneur.com, you'll see here we are. And again, it's the fastest growing community in the world for entrepreneurs that will help you get the results you truly want in your life. So what we're going to do is log in here. So now I'm kind of jumped into Alphapreneur. So this is what the community looks like that you can be a member of. And like I said, right now there is a challenge going. Well, today sounded like it was maybe the last day that a friend of mine, Russell, was putting on called the One Funnel Away Challenge. It gives you the ability to actually build your first funnel or maybe your next funnel to sell something on the internet. So if you're selling anything on the internet at all, you really need a funnel. And there's a million reasons why. And you probably know by going through this challenge now, or if you came across this video, you're probably looking for something with the One Funnel Away Challenge on YouTube and came across this. So I don't really have to tell you why you need a funnel, but you if you got to pay attention to that video I just showed you that a friend of mine put together for us about lions and gazelles. That's something you really need to. I chose that video specifically for today because that is something that is you really need to have the mindset going into building a funnel and building your business to have a lion mindset and not to have a gazelle mindset. And what I mean by that is that people out there that are just kind of going through the motions and just, they're setting monetary goals like, oh, I want to make $10,000 this month or $100,000 this month or whatever it might be. I look at those types of people as gazelles because they're just, really kind of chasing the dream, but they don't really have like a instinct to want to just go out there and get what it is that they want, where a lion does. So when you're actually building your funnels, we're going to get into my notes here in a second for today, but there's a lot of depth to wanting to have a lion mentality when you're building out your business and your brand and your funnels. So let's go ahead and take a look here in the live chat for everybody that is here live. I just want to thank you all for taking the time to be here. And Gary says, holy crap, Batman. That intro is awesome. Thank you. I'm glad you noticed that, Gary. That I actually hired somebody to do a really cool intro, a very specific intro that I wanted for all live streams moving forward. That's kind of just a taste of the quality of the live streams that we're going to be having moving forward. So I'm glad that you noticed. I'm glad that you noticed the intro and appreciated it. Sven says entrepreneur mode. I love that. Sven is a member. We have Ran is a member. We have Pay is a member. We've got middle-aged entrepreneur. I see a lot of new names and faces popping up in the live chat that are members. So thank you for jumping on to this live stream. If this is your first live stream, warm welcome to the first live stream. We have plenty of others that you can go back and watch. If you enjoy this, I guarantee you'll enjoy the other ones as well. And kind of my whole purpose and mission here to do these live streams is to really to serve you and to really just share some just knowledge with you every day that can really help you get some more results in your life. So today, like I said, today's the last day of the One Funnel Away Challenge. So I'm really looking forward to moving forward from that. Sue says, member and looking forward to learn from Chris every day and seeing all my alpha friends in the chat. I love that, alpha friends. Harvey says, hi, how are you? I'm good, Harvey. How are you doing? Steve says, lion member right here. And I'm Batman. Vitor says member. John says member. So thank you so much for all the members that are here in the chat. I appreciate you showing up. And just a fun quote, too, that I just added to Alphapreneur today, because every day I always like to personally hand select a quote and do a little graphic for you in the members area. And here you can see Shakespeare once said, we know what we are, but not what we may be. And that's just another quote you can really kind of dive deep on and really think about. Because right now, as you're building your funnel and you're building your business and your brand, what you're doing right now may not be what you're going to be doing 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. So you really need to just, when things feel like they're getting a little complicated or just you're getting overwhelmed, you really need to take a minute and just take a breath and really just enjoy the journey that you're on right now, and not necessarily like what the end result is going to be that you're trying to get to, because the journey is what, to me, and it should be to you, what really matters the most, because, tomorrow is not guaranteed for any of us. So just make sure every day that you really enjoy what you're doing that day and just be appreciative for yourself, and like take time and have some gratitude and give yourself a pat on the back that what you're doing today is something that you're lucky to be doing this. There's a lot, there's many other things you could be doing in the world that's way worse than what we're doing right now. So anyway, thank you for all the members that are still coming in. Frank says, missed the lion intro, my internet cut out, but I'm finally back with the alphas. Thank you, Frank. And then the recording will be available, so you can go watch the recording anytime. So without further ado, let's just jump into today. So today was day 26. Russell said today was the last day of the One Funnel Away Challenge. So it's kind of a bittersweet that the challenge is over, but I can guarantee what you're going to see going into next week is going to be just on fire with what I'm going to be doing for you every day for Alphapreneur. Because like I mentioned, when we're going through this One Funnel Away Challenge, I felt like, I'll use the analogy lion now because that was what today's video was about. I feel like I'm just like a lion with like just shackled down, in my cage. And during the One Funnel Away Challenge, like I was going live every day. So I was like, waking up every day as a lion, kind of going through the motions and all that. But now that the challenge is over, I feel like, I just broke all my shackles off. The cage is wide open, and now I'm just going to run free on YouTube and have a lot of fun every day, and just do a lot of a new live stream every day at 1 p.m. Central is when I plan on keeping I'm going to plan on keeping that schedule for a while moving forward. So it seems to work for all of you. I might do a survey down the road for different times just to kind of see. Maybe I think 1 p.m. Central works because that's what we've been doing for the last 30 days or 26 days. But I don't know. There might be another time that's better. So we'll find out as we kind of get into that. So let's just go ahead and get into today's notes. So I'm inside of Alphapreneur. If you're not yet a member of Alphapreneur, I do recommend that you try out Alphapreneur and see if it's for you. Pretty much if you are an entrepreneur that is on a mission to get any sort of result that you're just trying to get and you need some help, that is what Alphapreneur is built for. So it's a private community and it's not on Facebook. It's, we're in like our own little corner of the internet, and it's a great place. So we're not going to look at all the other areas because that's just, for another day and another time, but we can go into challenges, and we're just going to click on the OFA challenge, and that is going to take us to the One Funnel Away challenge. And you can see all the previous days are here. So if you need to go back and watch any of these days, they're there for you. They're not going anywhere. But what we are going to focus on is on day 26, which is today. So I already have this in here for you, so you can watch the video if you want to go back and watch the recording of this. Maybe you missed the new intro that I did. You can go back and hit play on the video and check it out. But before we get into the notes, I always like to just kind of take a minute and spend some time on the image, that Russell's infamous doodles that he does. And he really just kind of shared a doodle just to kind of show you like what your whole funnel for this One Funnel Away challenge was really all about. So I'm just going to walk you through it. It's always good to get a refresh. Even though you think you might know all this stuff, it's always fun to just get a refresh on it anyway. So here you can see the whole idea of this funnel was to identify, okay, whatever your business is that you're in the business of selling goods or services to somebody, you need to identify what a core result is that you're trying to get. So in weight loss, for example, let's say the core result for somebody is to lose weight. Okay, well, there's a lot of different ways to lose weight. So what are some splinter results that can help people get their core results? So maybe I'm just doing this on the fly. I didn't plan on any of this. That's how these live streams go. So you can see for the splinter results, let's say for losing weight, intermittent fasting would be a splinter result. So what you would then do is build a whole funnel about intermittent fasting. So if intermittent fasting, we'll go back to this. So core results, losing weight, splinter result would be intermittent fasting. So then what you do for this funnel specifically was to identify like a flagship framework for intermittent fasting. So this is what you would essentially sell to somebody for, let's say, $7 just to get them as a customer, to get them into your world. $7 was the price point that was talked about quite often to just kind of use moving forward for this funnel challenge specifically. So you would come up with like an intermittent fasting blueprint. You would sell it for $7. So that would be a blueprint someone could buy for $7, and that would allow them to go out there and do intermittent fasting. They understand the blueprint. Let's say the blueprint is 7 steps to intermittent fasting. 7 steps to success or whatever. So you would sell that for $7. Your order bump could be like a byproduct of that. So you can say, hey, along with this blueprint, you could also get, a video, a quick start video that'll kind of help you really understand this blueprint. And maybe the blueprint is a PDF or a book. You could have the order bump be just a different type of format. So they know they're getting a PDF. You don't want the order bump to be like another PDF. I found that it works well to make your order bump something like something's complimentary. So if they're getting a blueprint, make the order bump resources, or make the order bump a video or something like that. Now where it really gets fun in the funnel is then you would come up with a one-time offer, or actually 2 one-time offers. One-time offer number 1, one-time offer number 2. And for one-time offer number 1, this would be a do it with you product. So if you're doing an intermittent fasting funnel and you're selling a blueprint, and then they could get a quick start video to go with the blueprint, the first one-time offer is like, okay, the blueprint's on your way. You want to congratulate them and say just, hey, great job on making this decision to get this blueprint. I know you're going to love it. You have 2 options right now. You can just figure it out all on your own and do it yourself by following the blueprint, which it's 7 steps. You'll understand the 7 steps. Or if you want me to do it with you, I put together an intermittent fasting masterclass. And this intermittent fasting masterclass is actually it's a 7, we'll call it 7-part, or there's 7 modules to it. And each module I'm going to do intermittent fasting with you and break down each of the steps, and we're going to do it together. So that's like a do it with you product. And then you could sell that for $200 or $197 or $97 or what any price point you want, more than $7. And then the second one-time offer is a more do it for you. Now, you can't really do intermittent fasting for somebody. If someone said, "Hey, Chris, I'll lose the weight for you," or, I'll do all the work for you to lose weight, that doesn't really work like that for this. So a do it for you product could be maybe something like meal plans and things where if they need to kind of figure out some type of eating schedule or routines, instead of them writing it all out, you could do it all for them and just give them like all the worksheets and templates and all that kind of stuff. That's just an example. So it's the things that they would need to do to get the result, you would just do it for them. And then that would be your second one-time offer. And that would just be a little bit higher of a price. So if your flagship framework, your do-it-yourself was $7, let's say your order bump is $37 or $27 or whatever, your first one-time offer, the do it with you, could be like $297. Your second one-time offer, which would be a do it for you, could be like $497. So you're kind of ascending them up a ladder. Or like it's like an ascension model. And then the thank you page is just a thank you page, just letting them know what they got. So that's kind of my really quick overview of just kind of what this funnel is that you're building. Did that make sense for everybody that's here in the live chat? I saw the live chat, like, I want to make it, hopefully we're still live. I saw the live chat, just everyone was really chatty earlier, and then they just stopped talking. So I'm going to pause for a second and just make sure that we are all good before I get into my notes. All right. So Sven says, makes sense. Thank you, Sven. Kat says, hey, all, just made it here. Need to listen to the lion intro you're all talking about. Perfect. Awesome. Makes sense. Sue says, we're listening and paying attention. Cool. Harvey says, yes. Awesome. Just always like to make sure when we're doing these live streams, I like to take a little break. And when I take a break and say, hey, does that make sense? That's like a little hidden thing for me to take a water break myself, because if I don't drink water as I do these, then I lose my voice. All right, so let's get into my notes. The one pager, let's just click on the one pager link and then just take a look at it. So you can see the one pager is a video Russell is going to show you that is pretty much just going to pitch what he wants you to do next, which he's going to try to sell you something, which we'll talk about here at the very end. Thank you. Lilapo says, clear and easy to understand. Thank you very much. I like feedback like that, but not just like, yep, makes sense. I like it when you're specific about if you like what I'm doing and all that. So thank you. So that's sorry, just had a blank for a second. So that's Russell's doodle that we just did. And then this is just a really quick overview. You can write down like, okay, what's your hook? What's your story? What's your offer? Here's your order bump. Here's your one-time offer. It's just stuff you can fill in on the one pager if you want. Then Jim is going to kind of talk about traffic secrets, and then you can get a ticket to this 2 Comma Club live event, which is a 3-day event. It's not an event you would attend, like go to physically. It's an online event. And then there's a web class. And, these are pretty much offers where Russell's trying to sell you some other stuff. All right. Which we'll talk about here at the very end. And then now let's just get into my notes, because I think those are what is important here. Everything's important, but the notes are always kind of fun to go through. So my notes is your first funnel will probably flop, and it's okay. By the way, this is a new structure I'm doing for my notes. Let me know if you like this when we go through this. It's basically me, instead of writing paragraphs or writing something out, I did it in bullet format. So I've never done notes like this before, so we're going to see if it flows well or not. So your first funnel will probably flop, but it's okay. The more you practice, the better you're going to get, just like anything in life. Like right now, my 8-year-old, she's doing like a softball, and there's some days where she doesn't want to go out in the backyard and just play catch and practice with my wife and I. And you have to sit down and tell her, it's like, hey, well, probably all the people on your team that are also trying for the same position that you're trying for, they're probably all practicing right now. So you're probably going to not be good, as good as you want in the beginning, but you're going to get better. You just have to practice. And that's like with anything in life. Same with building a funnel, same with, selling anything on the internet or building your first business. It's all, you're not going to do good in the very beginning, but you're only going to get better over time. And if you're still stuck, then here's the deal. So you now have, this is just, here's the deal, like from me to you. This isn't something Russell said, but you now have a new skill that I believe is the most valuable skill that you could ever have as an entrepreneur. And your new skill that you have, if you've gone through this challenge, is you now can identify, you can understand, and you can build a successful sales funnel. Like what I just walked you through and the doodle, and I kind of explained everything in the intermittent fasting example. That is something most people going into this challenge or this 30-day challenge, the One Funnel Away challenge, had no clue that you could sell a product like that. They would just say, oh, I'm going to make a Shopify store or just sell an ebook for like $47. And that is not, I mean, you could make a couple sales here and there like that, but that is not how you can build. That's not the fastest way to build like a 7-figure, 8-figure a year business. So you now have the skill to identify, understand, and build a successful sales funnel. And now that you have that skill, you can easily identify people that are selling with funnels. Now, this is, again, these are just some of my notes to you. This isn't anything Russell said. This is just my advice, so to speak. So my recommendation is, right now it's Friday, the time of doing this live stream, spend the weekend and identify people that are in your industry that are using funnels. So if you are in weight loss, go try to find some of the big players in the weight loss industry, and you now know what a funnel looks like. You know if someone has an ad for something and you click on the ad and it's like, put in your email, I'm going to send you a report or a whatever. That's probably a lead funnel. And then you can put in you don't have to put in your real email if you don't want. You could just put in some generic information when you find pages like that to find out like what are they selling? What's their front end offer? And then this is a really smart thing to do, is to invest into buying products and buy slow as you go through their funnels. And what I mean by that, and this is a pro tip from me to you, is you can use a screen recording software. I use Loom. You could just go to, here, let's jump over to Google. You just type in Loom, Loom, and it's loom.com. So, I'm logged into my Loom, so let me log out of that. But that's, you go to loom.com, and then that's where you can do you can basically record your screen. So you can also record your camera, like if you have a camera and all that. But what's good with Loom is you can start a recording and then go through and buy someone's product. So as you're going through, if we go back and take a look here, as you're going through and you find someone is selling something for like $7, before you buy that, start recording your screen and then buy slow. So what I mean by that is you would like go to the page where they're selling the $7 product, scroll down the page really slow because you're recording your screen. Then when you buy that and you get to the first one-time offer, which I'm going to show you how easy it is to find people that are doing this. You don't have to buy the one-time offer, but while you're recording your computer screen, if they have a video on trying to sell you something more, hit play on the video and just sit back and watch the video and know that your screen recorder software is recording the video for you. And then when the video is done, scroll down a little bit on that page just so you're capturing the whole page on video, and then say like, no, I'm not taking that offer. Then see what their next offer is. They'll be like, okay, well, you don't want the done with you. Well, what about done for you? And then they might have a video on their second page, and then press play on the video, watch it, buy it really slow, in the sense that if you're not buying it at all, just watch the video, scroll down really slow. And why I say scroll down slow is when you go back and play back your video of buying a product, you can pause and play, pause and play, pause and play. And then you have all their pages in one video that you can then go create your own product and just make a better version of what they're already selling. So we'll talk about that more in a second. Now, once you have gone through, Sue says, what a great tip. Record your purchase through their funnel. Yeah, it's a pro tip. And I do that with everything. I don't record myself buying something on Amazon, obviously, but if I'm buying something on someone's website even if I don't think it's a funnel or not. I mean, chances are you can tell really quickly though if it's going to be a funnel. But I always record. And sometimes I buy something and it's just like, oh, thanks for your order. And then they just send you the checkout. And then I just delete the recording because that video didn't help. But I got in the habit where I have hundreds of recordings of me buying products, and those are just videos I can go back to and see like, oh, if I'm going to do a webinar funnel, or I'm going to do a book funnel, or I'm going to do a quiz funnel or a challenge funnel. I got all of these videos of all these products I bought over the years organized in folders where here's all the challenge funnels that I bought. Here's all the book funnels that I bought. And then I can go back and just watch one video and pause and play that video. And then it gives me a lot of ideas. Like when I say ideas on positioning your offer, doing bonus stacking, how the wording they're using, the colors of the buttons they've got, the words on the buttons, how long the videos are, like all that stuff. So, and that's the difference of like a lion and a gazelle, which goes back to the video that I played before we started this session today. So a gazelle would just be someone just, I'm going to create a product. They create a product and they try to sell it on Amazon because that's like the easiest method they think to just put it on a marketplace. And that's it. But a lion is someone that goes out there and hunts and goes out there and finds all the top competitors and then knows how to identify like which competitors are making money and which ones aren't, which we're going to talk about how to do that too in a second. And then they do that, and then they record going through the process. And that would be like you're a lion. That's you as a lion slowly hunting your prey and just watching every move they make before you jump into the industry. So, what I like to do is get a piece of paper. So I love sketchbooks. I always have a sketchbook next to me, and I've got pencils, like an actual like wooden pencil. You can actually see the pencil I use there. And the reason that I've got all that, because when I'm going through and I'm buying products and I'm buying slow, I like to sketch out and do my own little doodles. And I've got dozens of these sketchbooks of just my notes and everything that are just coming to my mind. And yeah, you could use Evernote or you could use Word documents and all that, but having an actual sketchbook where you can flip through the pages is going to be way better, because you can just kind of like let your thoughts like just free flow onto paper, and you can always come back to them later. All right. So all that being said, let's say you're still stuck. Well, if you're still stuck, well, then what you can do is just start by building something similar to a competitor that you predict is doing well. Now, what I mean by that, well, how can you predict that they're doing well? Well, see if they're running Facebook ads or see if they're running Google ads. And when you see if they're running Facebook ads or Google ads, just know the more ads that they are running, the more successful you can predict that they are. I'm going to repeat that. The more ads you find that your competitors are running, the more successful you can predict that they are. Now, why? Well, because if they're not successful, they're not going to be running ads. So if you find a competitor and you find their Facebook page and you go see if they're running ads on Facebook and it's like, nope, 0 ads, well, then they might be successful somewhere else. Maybe they're running ads on Google or Amazon or somewhere else, but they're not on Facebook. So do not go say, oh, my top competitor is not running ads on Facebook. I'm going to create a product and run ads on Facebook, because they're not. Do not do that. That is the worst thing you could do, because if your biggest competitors that you've identified out there that you know are like right now the lions in the industry, and if they're not doing something, don't think that they're not doing something so you're going to one up them, because that they're not doing something probably for a reason. Okay, so the more ads that you find that people are running, the more success they're having. Now, Russell, and he mentioned this, he's successful because he identifies who is successful with something specific, and then he does the same thing. So Russell has this program, I think it's like $50,000 a year or something to be a part of it, and it's his inner circle, and it's all these people that have like $10 million plus a year businesses, and they all get in a room like 4 times a year and sit and talk privately in a room about what's working and what's not. Well, when they get in this room, it's almost like Russell's like evil plan. It's not evil, but I mean it's smart is what it is. People they get in these rooms and they go to his office in Boise and sit down and they just spill their guts on like what's working, and you know, someone can like say, hey, this Pedro guy was like, hey, I started doing these challenges because it's working really well in the weight loss industry. And so I started doing them for some clients, and we're just killing it. And Russell's like, oh, big light bulb goes off above his head. He's like, maybe I should try doing a challenge funnel. Well, guess what we're going through right now? A challenge funnel. So that is, and then there's a million other stories like that from people that didn't just sit at their desk one day and they're like reading all these books that you see behind me, and they're like, oh, I got an idea. I'm gonna go do it. Like the really successful people out there, that's usually not how it works. They identify what's working already, and then they think about how can they take what's already working and do a significantly better job. And an example that I always use, that I've used for years, is Apple is like perfect at doing this. So Apple is a $1 trillion company, and like whenever they came out with the iPod, there was dozens of MP3 players on the market, but Apple looked at all the or Steve Jobs at the time looked at all of the MP3 players and found a way to make a better version, made the iPod. The iPhone, there was a ton of smartphones already on the market. There were Palm Pilots, there were Blackberries. The smartphone industry was flooded, but Apple came in, looked at all the smartphones, found a way to make a better one, made the iPhone. And then you look at all the other devices, look at the smartwatches, look at the computers, look at the tablets. Apple didn't invent all of these just out of thin air. They looked at what was already on the market. They were the lion just stalking their prey, and then they find their way into the market and then make a significantly better version. So you need to think of doing that with your funnels. You need to go out there and find who are all the competitors out there, lay them all out there on the table. Or imagine you're a lion going through in the safari, and you're poking your head up at, out of the brush, just trying to find out like who's out there. And like if we're looking at gazelles, like who's the fat gazelle? Like where's the fat gazelle? The fat gazelle is the one that's got all the food, that's making all the, well, in our case, it's your competitor that's making all the money, and you need to be able to pounce on them, and you need to be able to hunt them and stalk them. So that's kind of the way I look at things. So you can, so Russell, whenever he identified things that he's successful with, he was saying like lead funnels, book funnels, challenge funnels, quiz funnels, high ticket funnels, supplement funnels. He did not come up with all of those on his own. I had Sue's thing up there for a long time. He does not come up with those things on his own. He looks at other people that are doing them successfully, and then just, I don't want to say knock it off, but he makes a better version. And then he talked about, he spent a good deal of time today talking about 2 Comma Club Live, which if you go to 2 Comma Club Live /OFA, that was a link that he told us to go to. If you go to that, it'll take you to 2 Comma Club Live, and it basically tells you it's a 3-day event. It's something where he's like naturally going to progress you into, he's trying to sell you more expensive stuff is what he's doing. Now, I mentioned yesterday that, and those are my notes today, by the way. And if you could give me like a 1 to 10 rating on how you liked my notes for today, I'd appreciate it, because I did my format of my notes a little different than I've done in the past, and I like the format that I just did, but that's just me liking my own work. But I want to know from you, like, did the flow of my notes make sense to all of you, and was it easy to follow? And by the way, those notes that you see, these are always going to be for you inside of Alphapreneur. You just go into Alphapreneur, go to challenges, go to OFA, and then I have notes for all of the days of the session. So if you like the notes from today, you're going to like the notes from all the days. Well, you'll like the ones from today the most, hopefully, because I structured them a little different. But anyway, the thing with 2 Comma Club Live and what he's trying to sell you is, yesterday I recommended, like, don't take him up on the offer unless you have a funnel built and you're getting sales and traffic, because you don't want to get derailed. Like if you're on a highway, let's say there's a 6-lane highway, you want to pick a lane and stay in that lane. You don't want to like start swerving left and right and going from lane to lane to lane, and because you're gonna cause an accident. Like you're gonna confuse yourself, and you're going to struggle, because you're just jumping all over the place. So pick a lane and stay in that lane. So if you're right now like into the meat and the heart of building your funnel, then you don't really need the buy the next thing. However, he did say, this is a caveat, is that if you want to like go through the one funnel away challenge again, like start all over and do it all over again, then if you take them up on the 2 Comma Club X thing, then it's you can go through the one funnel away challenge again for free. And also the 2 Comma Club X thing, he's doing an interesting offer where you can put 0 money up front and then try it all out so you can get access to the one funnel away challenge again for free. You can check out this 3-day event he's going to do for free. And then at the end of the 3-day event, if you like it, then you pay $197. But if you don't, then just email them and then they won't charge you anything. So pretty ballsy offer. He's done that a couple times, so it must work for him. Or if you just don't want to do the whole like pay 0 and then pay $197, he had it where you could just skip that whole offer and pay $147 just up front and then just save a little bit of money. So pretty interesting that he did that. And again, you want to be able to, I would recommend going to that page, and whether you sign up for it or not, go to the page and at least record your screen, use Loom, do a screen recording of going to the page, scrolling down the sales page very slowly, get to the very bottom of the sales page, and then just kind of pause there on your little scroll bar while you're recording your screen and pay attention to how his order form is laid out. Because it was a really interesting way on how he positioned it, which you could take that for an idea, just like how Steve Jobs took ideas from other industry or other products in the industry to bring them onto his product. You could do the same thing. So that is that's what I got for you. Oh, I got a book too. I'm going to start doing this thing where I've got a lot of books. Like what you see behind me is like less than 10% of my book collection. And I'm buying like multiple books every week. Like my wife's always on me. Like you're ordering more. Like how many books do you read? And like, she's always on me about like how many books can I actually read in a week? And it's like I don't really read them all right away. But when I hear of a new book or a book recommendation, I'm always getting it. So I've got a lot of books to recommend to all of you for a lot of different things. I pretty much have like a book for every scenario that you could be in. And the book that I want to recommend today is it's called The Obstacle Is the Way by Ryan Holiday. And the whole idea behind this is turning trials into triumphs. So if you ever feel like you're building a funnel and you're struggling and you just you're trying to look for like light at the end of the tunnel, but you can't find it, this is a really interesting book that has a lot of stories that are really just based on like timeless physiological principles that are like laid out by the Romans and all kinds of stuff like that. So pretty interesting book, especially if you feel like you're going through some obstacles right now. So wanted to recommend that. Sue said 10, great notes. Thank you. Fitor says 10. Personally, I prefer the bullet format. Thank you. When I was asking, how did you like my notes? Thank you very much. Sue said, I heard that when we signed up for OFA, we got a free one-pager account. So you can save your one-pagers to your account. You shouldn't lose access. So yeah, when so I obviously I signed up for the one funnel away challenge because that's how I went through it and took notes on it because I was going through it every day. And yeah, when you sign up for it, you get a one pager account for free, which is where you save all your one pagers. So and Russell also mentioned this too. If you don't take them up on any other offers, the one pagers you got going through the challenge, you will always have. They're not going to like disappear tomorrow. But what he did, another bonus that he stacked on, if you got the next level, which is the 3-day event, he said he's creating a master one pager, which is like one document that has links in the document to all the days of the challenge. So it's like an easy reference guide, which is pretty cool. So anyway, that's just part of the offer. John says your format flows well with the notes today, 10. Thank you so much. By the way, thank you for all of you that are taking the time to leave me a rating, but then telling me a little more specifics about why you're giving me that rating. I really do appreciate that because that really does help me out. Kat says 10 plus. I thought your notes were easy to follow and very comprehensive and understandable. Thank you. Your notes are 10 plus. Thank you. Sue says, I thought a lot about the live event on February 24th and 26th. I can do the OFA challenge for free, which is $100. So I'm preparing for a live event for $149. Also in that $149 funnel, you can add one-time offer, Secrets Trilogy. Okay, so Sue is going through the funnel right now. Hopefully you recorded your screen, Sue, or you're going to. going through the funnel. So she's letting you know like what's in the funnel. So when you do the next thing that Russell's trying to sell you, she's letting you know the first one-time offer is the Secrets Trilogy, which I actually have it right there. You can see right there. So I got it because I buy everything. And the reason I buy everything is because I like to, I'm a nerd, and I like to buy things so I can record my screen and go through people's offers and products, and, have this massive library of, things that I bought that I can use for ideas whenever I create new stuff moving forward. Baraka says, I just want to know how to be a brand ambassador. I need your help. Chris Luck. Yeah. So to be a brand ambassador, when you join here, let me show you real quick. When you join Alphapreneur, which if you're totally new to my world and you're wondering like, who is this guy with this hat and, and what's he talking about? So I'm the founder of Alphapreneur, and it's the fastest growing community in the world for entrepreneurs that will help you get results that you truly want in your life. And results for you is going to be completely different from results that I want, results that Sue wants, results that Fitor wants, results that Gary wants. So what I've done is I created a community where every day I'm adding stuff in this community, as well as there's thousands of members that are helping each other in the community. And one of the things that you're referring to, Baraka, that is in the live chat, said about being a brand ambassador. So when you go in the community, so when you join Alphapreneur, which again, you can join by just going to alphapreneur.com and joining. And when you get in, if you go under courses here on the left, this is just one of many of the benefits you see that's here for you. For you specifically about being a brand ambassador, I've created a course which people would charge thousands of dollars for a course like this. This is a course that you can go through that is like step by step what you need to do. And every course that I do and I create right now, there's 2 in Alphapreneur because they're pretty meaty courses. It's not like a course that's 3 videos like, oh, that's my course. Like these are like, collegiate level type courses, like what you would learn in like a semester taking a college course. That's kind of how I like to plan out my courses. So the brand ambassador course specific, Baraka, if you need help to become a brand ambassador, to give you, just to show you behind the scenes, to give you an idea of like how detailed this is. So like I said, it's a step-by-step course. So step 1, do this, step 2, do this. You have worksheets and action steps and things that you need to do at the end of each step. So let's just say clarity mapping, the very first step before you even become a brand ambassador. Here's my video when I was wearing headphones. God, I look like such a dork. I was wearing headphones because in my office I've got a big window that's kind of like all the light coming from this side. It's a window I've got. Yesterday was horrible because it was raining and it was like storms, and I thought the internet was going to go out. But right now it's good light because it's a sunny day today. But anyway, I used to wear headphones all the time because the street noise was so loud and it was hard for me to focus. But then I realized I look kind of silly with headphones on, so I quit wearing headphones. But anyway, sorry about that. You probably could care less about my headphones. But anyway, you can see, so step 1, like this is only a 6-minute video, but there's a very specific things you need to do. Like I'm just going to scrub through it so you can see it. So you can see, like, to be a brand ambassador, you need to start by doing a clarity map. And you can see there's 316 comments just on this post alone. And these are 316 comments of members of Alphapreneur that are going through the brand ambassador course that are sharing what their clarity map is for being a brand ambassador. So not only are you, and the reason I'm explaining all this, because I want everyone to know, like the training and the courses that I do inside of Alphapreneur is not linear in the sense that you're going to go through this course completely by yourself. And which I think that's why most people that buy courses fail miserably, is because they buy a course, they're really excited about the course because the person did a really good job selling you the course. But then when you get into the course, you're alone. You're just going through and watching these videos, and it's up to you to motivate yourself and empower yourself and stick with it. And, you know, you're going to hit obstacles and not know what to do. Like, so what I do is I put these courses it's just all inclusive inside of Alphapreneur. So you get in here, and then all these people that you see that are leaving comments, you could actually click on any of them and connect with them. So let's say you wanted, you know, to connect with Liz, because you see Liz is like actually commenting on everyone's post, which is great. So you could click on Liz, and then this is where you could connect with her. You could message her, you could email her. And this is, so everyone that's inside of Alphapreneur, they create profiles, and then you can kind of see what topics that they've started. You can see their description, and you can become friends with them. And so what's cool about this is when you're going through the brand ambassador course, Baraka, to answer your question, is that you can not just do it by yourself, but I don't like to use this word, but handpick people that you would like to message, that based off of, like, let's say Liz, you saw her in the comments and you really liked her, or let's say Shantina. So you can see like what her current status is. And these were members that were actively like wanting to share this stuff. So they shared it because they know people are going to, you know, connect with them. So you can see like what her 1 year goal is, why it's important, you know, what she needs. And then you're like, oh, I'm totally on board with what, you know, she's doing. So you could click on her and then be able to, well, she hadn't started any new topics, but you can be able to reach out to her if you want to reach out to her. So anyway, that's, sorry, that was a long-winded answer to how to become because I really respect people that are just getting started, assuming you're just getting started. When just the way you worded that question, like, I want to know how to become a brand ambassador, I need your help. Just by saying that, I can probably guess that you have invested in courses in the past, or you've tried to follow other programs in the past, and nothing's working out. And that's what happens. I mean, unfortunately, because I've been doing this stuff for 22 years, and I've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars buying courses that I thought was going to teach me a new skill that was garbage. But I still continue to buy stuff. Like, I bought the One Funnel Away challenge and went through it with all of you live. And I did that because I'm still learning. To really, you know, succeed as an entrepreneur, you always are going to encounter obstacles. But guess what? The obstacle is the way. Ryan Holiday should give me money to plug him like that. But it is. It's like the obstacle is the way. And then like you're always buying courses and investing in things to try to break through what it is that you want to accomplish. And so my whole purpose with Alphapreneur and why it is the fastest growing community for entrepreneurs is because everything you need is not only just in one place, but you have this massive community of really, really inspirational people that are there to help you. And that's kind of what our whole kind of mission is. So sorry for everyone else having to listen to my long-winded answer, but that's why we do these live. So I can also just reassure everybody that's here, that's members, like my whole purpose behind Alphapreneur. Vitor says, by the way, if anyone has any questions, this is a good time to ask questions because we're in Q&A mode. Oh, and I do have two things I want to share with you. Well, one thing I want to share with you. So we're going to get through a handful of questions. Then I have a tool that I found, because you all know I love tools and resources and stuff. I found something that blew my mind when I found this today, this morning. And then I want to share it with you just for fun. And then I have a question for all of you about a microphone. So just bear with me. Fitor says, there is a video in OFA group announcing that members will have access to all content in the group. All right. Gary says, you need to keep your one-pagers, and you get to keep your one-pagers and you will still have access to the videos and face. Oh, I'm sorry. You're all talking to each other in the live chat. Frank says, Chris, 10 plus, great funnel hack tips. And to add that, also to add, take what's working and reverse engineer those funnels. Today's alpha recording is definite rewatch and must watch both. Thank you so much, Frank. I appreciate it. I'm looking to see if there's any questions. Harvey said, this is the best webinar I've attended and making lots of sense to me. Please don't let me miss any more. I'm Shirley. God bless you, my friend. Thank you, Harvey. And by the way, this wasn't a webinar. This is actually just a live stream, and I do these every day on YouTube. So if you like these, and let's say you're not a member of Alphapreneur, you can still watch these. You can just subscribe to my YouTube channel, And when you subscribe to my YouTube channel, make sure you click the little bell icon to get notifications, because when you do, every time I go live, you'll get notified about it. So if you enjoyed this format and this kind of free flow teaching style that I'm doing, I'm going to keep doing this every day of the week. I take Saturday, Sunday off. So Monday through Friday, every day at 1 p.m. Central, I'm going to keep going live. So hopefully I see you again, Harvey. This isn't like a one-shot deal and I'll never see you again. So come back and check out some live streams if you want. And then, and if you're wondering, well, why do I need to join Alphapreneur if all this stuff is free? And that's a question I get a lot. So the reason is, again, the community. So moving forward with all these live streams starting next week, I'm going to be putting all the new live streams that I do. And this is just actually good news for all of you members that are here, so you know what I'm doing. So all new live streams I'm going to be doing, I haven't decided if I want to leave it the word coaching or change it to the word live streams. But if you click, whether it's coaching or live streams, when you click on that, right now it says coaching, but it might say live streams. I'm going to list all the live streams that I do, and they're all going to have their own nice little place forever inside of Alphapreneur, to where you'll be able to click on previous live streams. The video will be sitting there, and then I'm going to have my I'm going to start handwriting notes and stuff, and doing a lot of other things like worksheets and checklists and blueprints and maybe one-pagers, like all this stuff that's going to complement the live stream, a bunch of resources pretty much. And all those resources will be like neatly organized for you below the live stream inside of Alphapreneur. And then below that is the comment thread. So then all of the members can talk on the topic that I have for that day. And I'm going to structure all the new live streams I do moving forward to be the structure where I'm going to have specific questions I'm going to encourage all of the members to answer. So you're all interacting. I'm going to make the live streams very interactive, so all the members can kind of, we can take a deep dive together on the topic. So I think it's going to be a blast. So if you're wondering, well, I don't need to join Alphapreneur because I'm just going to watch all these on YouTube. You can totally just watch them on YouTube, but really what you see on YouTube is going to be like the tip of the iceberg. Everything beneath the surface is how we're going to take every topic and go really deep on those topics. So just want to share that with everyone so you all can have a clear understanding of where I'm going with this. Sue says, so if you get to keep your one-pagers and you can access the videos in the Facebook group, why would one pay $100 go through a Challenge Again support group? I don't know, honestly. If you already got access to everything, I don't know why you would pay to go through the Challenge Again. So yeah, no idea. FitTour says, does the Epiphany Bridge story on the video and sale, or does the Epiphany Bridge story go on the video and sales page or just the video? It depends. If you are doing just a video, then no sales page below it. So you just got you got your wish I had something I could draw on. You know what? This is a great time for me to test something brand new. I was fiddling around with this because I'm a dork. And I got this iPad, and it's hooked up to my live stream, and I need to give me just a second because I wasn't planning on doing this. But this is a good thing to do to see if this is going to work or not. So you're going to see my screen in a second. That should just be my iPad. So hang on a second. One of the joys of going live, doing this live and not testing this at all ever until now. All right, so we're going to switch over to my iPad, and we're going to see if you can see this. Can you see this? Let me know in the live chat. I just put a question mark. It should be a green question mark. You shouldn't be able to see me because I have my camera turned off so you can see my iPad. You can see the iPad, Sue says. Cool. All right. So, I'm going to move my microphone around. All right. So, the question was, do you need to the Epiphany Bridge, does it need to be in the video or just the sales page? So, imagine this is your sales page and this is a video that you've got on the sales page. If you have that and you also have text below the video, then yes, you want to put your Epiphany Bridge in both the video and the sales copy below. And the reason I say like if you have text below it, because some people, what they do is they will have a page that is just a video, and then they will have, sorry, I'm gonna have some fun with this. I have all these different little things that I can select for colors and all that. I'm just wondering if this works. Oh, look at that. But anyway, some people just have a video with a button below it, and then if you want to do that, you could do that as well. But what I recommend if you're going to do a video and a sales page, or a video and a sales letter together, is to do this, because that is going to that's going to like be the best of both worlds for people, because they get to watch and actually kind of, some people like to listen with their ears, and some people like to read with their eyes. So if you only do, let's say, just the sales page or a sales video and a button, all the people that like to read are not going to like that. So I like to do both, where you can actually watch and read at the same time. And if you want to watch and read at the same time, then yeah, absolutely, you should do your Epiphany Bridge in both. So that was unexpected. Sharing my iPad and seeing if that works or not. So hope that was helpful. John says, I can see the iPad. What model is it? It's just the iPad Pro, 13-inch, whatever the big iPad Pro is. I wanted to buy the big one and the expensive one, because I want to make sure it all worked. I wouldn't have any problems like with screen size or the screen being not big enough or anything like that. All right. So sorry about that. Got a little off topic because I wanted to try out my iPad, and that was the first time I got to try it out. Sue, you're all talking to each other. Sven says, the great thing about being an Alphapreneur is you really feel that we have a great coach in Chris and wonderful colleagues in the Alpha team. Thank you very much. And the future of Alphapreneur too, I actually would love to be able to find other coaches out there that are even way better than I am. Like, I don't really consider myself a coach. Like, I'm still figuring all this stuff out every day, just like all of you. I'm just transparent about what I do. And my whole thing is that when I'm learning something new, I like to break it down into really step-by-step, like bullet points that my 8-year-old can understand. And somehow that is turning me into people or looking at me as like a coach now, which is kind of interesting because I never considered myself to be one. But I would love to find people that this is like what they do, and bring some, actual other coaches on to come on and do live streams and stuff. But I don't even know how all that will work, or how do you do compensation and all that kind of stuff, because I've never done it. So we'll see. So I do appreciate the comments, Finn. I like that. He also says, together we take our skills one step at a time and always towards our goals as entrepreneurs. Yes, everything that I will ever talk about on the live streams and then also inside of Alphapreneur will all be geared just towards entrepreneurship. I'm not going to talk about any self-help stuff or any kind of woo-woo things or anything like that, unless it's going to make you a better entrepreneur. So everything I do is only going to be entrepreneur-based. Lilabo says, do you think Alphapreneur House is the right place to find a companion and/or guides for Amazon Kindle publishing? Yes, but not only that. What I recommend to kind of follow up with that as a member is, so we don't. I'll just be honest with you. We don't have any guides or anything specific about Kindle publishing in here, but what we do have is an amazing community of people that I know do that for a full-time living. Like, that's their job as an entrepreneur, is do Kindle publishing. So what you could do, Lilabo, if you want to just try it out, is get into Alphapreneur, and then what I would recommend is go into the here, let's make sure you can see everything here. Sorry, I'm clicking on the wrong things. I'm trying to close menus so you can see the community menu is where I'm trying to go here. So the community menu, or the community dropdown, this is where we have all of these different topics where people can talk about certain things. And I do not, it's really interesting you actually bring this up, because I was just looking at this community section a second ago, thinking about like what kind of topics should I leave or trim or get rid of because people aren't talking or using these topics. There is not a topic in here right now, Lilabo, about publishing. So what I'm going to do for you is make one. So let me go ahead and make one. And I actually know of a individual by the name of Liz that you saw was in here earlier, or she might be here right now, but you saw me kind of talk about her, feature her, or you saw her comment earlier. So I'm going to just do this live, and this is part of me being live. Sometimes you just get to watch me work. So we're going to I always have to make a header, so we're going to do publishing. And I'm not going to do one for Kindle publishing or anything like that specifically. We're just going to do publishing to start, because this is what I like to do with topics. Is I like to make topics that are a little more broad, and if the topics go on fire inside of Alphapreneur, then I'll create if there's a lot of people in publishing only talking about Kindle stuff, then I'll create a new community topic just for Kindle. But for now, we're just going to do publishing. And then I'm going to create, I'm going to create a topic. So it's actually, we call them spaces, but I'm going to call it publishing. And you all get to see how I go about doing this. I'm not going to prevent members creating topics because it's all about you creating topics. And email notifications. I always like to just do I never like to have when you like get into a space. I don't want you to just start getting a bunch of emails for notifications. You can go turn that on yourself if you want. But for now, I'm just creating the topic so it's there. So I'm just doing this now because I know if I wait and do this later, I will forget. So sorry, you can't see that there we go. It's creating the space right now. And wish I had like music I could play while we're just waiting for this. Hopefully nothing crashes when I'm in the middle of setting all this stuff up. So while that's going on, I'm going to see if there's any other questions I can answer. Baraka says, thank you, Chris Luck. I'm from Tanzania and would like you one day. I'm waiting for your live stream every day. Just know the time is only. I like your inspiration words a lot. Thank you very much. So yeah, if you don't, for any reason, if you don't show up inside of Alphapreneur for any reason right now, that's okay. Just show up to my live streams, and you can always watch me on the live streams. By the way, if you're watching this and if you haven't hit the like button on this live stream, go ahead and do that because that helps me in YouTube. It helps YouTube to say my live streams are actually important, and the more likes we get on this, the better off. So here's what I do. So I have to, the new space is created, by the way, for publishing. So now I'm going to make a new topic and call this publishing. And we're going to say discuss all things publishing. We'll say both digital and physical. Alrighty. And then now I'm going to upload an image. I choose my file that I just made in Photoshop. It's just like my little header. I'm going to hide the meta info for that. Disable the comments, disable likes, disable the truncation, pin it to the top. And there we go. So you can go into publishing now. So I just created this for Lilabo, who wanted to ask some questions about publishing. You can go in here now. So in Alphapreneur, you log in, and then on the left, there's the community. You scroll down, and then there is publishing. And then within publishing, you can see it just says discuss all things publishing, both digital and physical. So what I would recommend to you, Lilabo, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. You can just click on new topic and say, looking for, what was your question? Your question was, do you think Alphapreneur is the right place to find companion and or guidances for Amazon Kindle? Looking for some Kindle publishing folks. And you can say something like, hi y'all, I'm Lilabo D. Sammy, and I'm brand spanking new here. not new year, new year, not that's new here, and would love to connect with some people, or I wouldn't say some people, I'd say alphas, because that's what we are, on the Do Kindle Publishing. Please DM me if you'd like to connect, because one of the cool benefits of Alphapreneur is, with it being a community, we have a direct message function, so people can actually like send you messages and you'll get DMs and all that and notifications on your phone and all that stuff. So you can get connected with a lot of people, probably make a lot of new friends along the way that only just do Kindle publishing, and then you're all connected and you can follow each other and all that stuff. So I would do that, and then when you're done, just hit post topic. I'm not going to post this topic, but I'm just showing you an example. And this is an example to everyone watching this too. Inside of Alphapreneur, that would be a really good way to post a topic for this. So sorry about that. That was a lot of like just busy work you had to watch me do. So sometimes I know some of you like it when I do that, so I'm just going to do that every now and then. Harvey says I'll be there. Awesome. I look forward to seeing you. Oh, when I was asking about the iPad, you all said you could see it. So sorry, I'm just catching up on the comments. Because what I do is I go through the live chat comments and I scroll down in order. So sometimes if you're talking, it takes me a little while to get back to you, because that's why. Sue says, this is so cool to see over your shoulder work on the site. What platform are you using? It's a good question. I'm one of the first users of a platform called Circle, and I'm very happy with it. And I work directly with their developers to get features and stuff that I want in here that's not normally in a typical environment. And if you want to create something like this, you could just go to, I think it's like circle.so is the platform I'm using. Gary says a backstage pass is great. Did you show us a new tool yet? I have so many nuggets I lost track. No, I didn't. I'm going to show you right now. Lilabo says, I want to launch myself as a Kindle digital publisher. Thanks so much for your help. I feel secured and accompanied. Doubts fly away and confidence set in. That is what I'm here for, and that is what Alphapreneur is for. Is because, like I said, the whole purpose of Alphapreneur is right here. Sorry, you can't see my screen. Now you can. The whole purpose is right here, that will help you get the results you truly want in your life. So if you specifically, Labo, is looking for wanting to launch yourself as a Kindle digital publisher, if that's, you said KDP, I'm assuming that's what it stands for. I don't know the acronym, but that is the result you're trying to get. So now that I know and other people know that is the result you're trying to get, we will help you get that result by connecting you with the right people. Other people you might get connected with might have spent tens of thousands of dollars on every Kindle publishing course you could imagine, which I know some people probably have that are in Alphapreneur. And they could probably, instead of you buying a course, you could just get connected with them and become friends with them and maybe work a deal out and partner with them. And, there's so much that can be done in Alphapreneur if you use it the right way to get the results that you really want to get. So, Fitor said I skipped your comment. What was your comment? Sorry. Jim from Funnel Scripts. I thought you were just chatting with other people, and I didn't think it was a question or anything. Jim from Funnel Scripts is using a software as a search engine for his videos. You just search for a keyword and it brings up a video and exact time it was mentioned. It'd be great to have the same in Alphapreneur with all the great content in your videos. That's a good question. Do you know what the software is? By any chance? It would be great if you did, because then I'll look into it, because I think that's a great idea. One of the features that we do have is you could get into Alphapreneur in the search bar. You can search anything that's physically written or typed out. So for instance, like right here, like let's say this text under the welcome back, this is where you come to get inspired and be inspiring. So let's say you were searching for, I don't know, that exact thing. You would never, but if you did, you would just type that and it'll actually find where that is inside of Alphapreneur. So, sorry. There we go. So so we do have kind of but I know what you're saying. It's not it's not directly like the videos aren't indexed, because that would be an additional search, and that would be a search bar in addition to this search bar. So there would be like 2 search bars, if that makes sense. I believe Russell is actually using that same software inside of Funnelflix, which is inside of ClickFunnels. You know what? Let's find this out. This is where I turn into just pure nerd mode, and then I try to find out like what software this is, because this is going to bother me, because I know what software you're talking about, but I don't know the name of it. But I think it was actually they're using it in Funnelflix and ClickFunnels. You got to have like the $297 plan for it, which I do because I buy all kinds of stuff. So this is Funnelflix inside of Netflix. Fitor says I don't know what it's called, but I know I use it and I know it works. So let's find it out. So this is Funnelflix. So I think they have it in their search bar. So we're gonna click on the search bar. There it is. You can't see it, but I can see it. It's called Searchy. So we're gonna click on, there it is, Searchy.io, for anyone that wants to geek out with me and bookmark this. Searchy.io. So what this is a software where, since I have like videos and tons of videos inside of Alphapreneur, I can actually use this to have a search bar to where you can search for something. So for me, I'm going to have to pay $166 a month. You sure you really want this? Because that's how much I'm going to have to. So I'll have to pay $2,000 a year to have this feature for you inside of Alphapreneur, because I have way more than 15 hours of uploads per month. So I would need unmetered uploads, unlimited widgets. I would need like all their features to use it in Alphapreneur. But if that's something you all just gotta have, is to have the ability to search for something, and it'll find the video and everything where it is. I will look into it. I gotta see if it's gonna work seamlessly with the platform I use for Alphapreneur. But if it does work seamlessly in my because even though I'm using a platform, I still have a developer team. I will run this by the developer team and see if we can lace this in. If we could get this functionality to actually be inside of the search bar here, that would be really cool if we could do that. Where it, like, from the end user, you would have no idea that I'm running this technology behind the scenes, but I would. Sue says, no, all the videos have titles and notes can be pulled up in search. Yeah. I know what you're saying, Sue, but so that's another interesting point. The way that you say that. Sven says the searchy structure is like Netflix. Yeah, let's take a look here. So if I like searched for, I don't know, list building, and this is actually in like us trying to use Searchy, and so what it does is it's finding all of the videos that have used the word list and building. I don't like that. What if I do list building in quotes? There we go. That's 10 out of 10 results. I'm still not liking it, because it's only finding things with the word list and building. If I type in list building, it's not finding the words together. So I don't know. We'll have to look into it. But Sue has a great point. So here were my thoughts before going and like using Searchy. I'm gonna bookmark that just so I have it though. Searchy, and then by the way, if you like to look over my shoulder, here's how I bookmark stuff. So I'll do Searchy, video transcription search engine, and then so I know when I'm searching for my bookmarks for something, I'm like, God, what was the name of that software? I knew it did video transcription or it did video search or something. I could just type in video search engine and it'll find it in my bookmarks. So here's what I do. So I have a bookmark folder called services, and these are all like the stuff that I geek out on. So this would fall into video production is where I'll put this one. So now it's in my video production. So now if I type what was it? What I do? Video search engine. So if I, in my search bar, if I typed in like search engine, see, it's going to find searchy because that's how I titled the bookmark in my bookmarks in my browser. Anyway, sorry, that's just another random tip on the way I do things. If anyone cares, if you guys don't care about that, if you don't care about some of the stuff that I do, let me know and I will shut up. All right, so there's one more thing I was going to talk about. Sue likes it. Another brilliant tip to add descriptions to your bookmarks. Duh, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, I've got so many bookmarks. I learned that over. It took me many years to figure that out. I'll send you an invoice later for that tip. So one of the things I was going to say is how I'm going to be doing this these daily live streams moving forward next week. So I'm going to be having topics that are kind of like this. So topics that are going to be like, imagine if you put the words how to before all these. So how to, it doesn't work for all of them, but most of them. So how to think outside the box, how to be more than average, how to get anyone to do anything, how to look more confident, how to stay focused, how to quintuple your business. So that's going to be like the format and structure of my live streams I'm going to be doing every day of the week starting next week. Again, back to where I feel like I'm like a lion that's getting like released from my cage. That this is what I'm excited about. So all of these live streams, which I'm nervous as hell to do these because I'm not sure I'm going to have to come up with the format of these live streams. But once I do them, so imagine like quintuple your business is one of them. The way that I'm going to do this inside of Alphapreneur is where it says coaching. I'm going to leave it coaching, even though that's where our live streams are going. I'm just going to leave coaching for now because I like that it says coaching. If you all want to just actually, let's do a poll. I wish I could just do a poll where you could click a button, but let me know in the live chat if you're here, if you would prefer this to say coaching or live streams. Just say coaching or live stream because you're the ones who are using this every day. I'm just putting stuff in here. So let me know if you would prefer this to say coaching or live streams. So whatever it says, this is where my daily live streams would be going. So imagine Monday's live stream is called how to quintuple your business. So you would come in here and it's to say how to quintuple your business or whatever. So you'll click on it and then I will have the video. It'll be a structure kind of like we were doing with the One Funnel Away challenge. I will have the video embedded here. And then below the video, I'm going to have probably some doodles and notes that I'm going to be doing on my iPad that's going to complement that session for that day. I'll have my doodle, and then below the doodle, I'll probably have my notes, like bullet form notes, because I like doing notes. It keeps me on track. And then the bullet points is what we're going to follow when we're on the live stream. Sorry, I'm hiccuping. And then below the bullet, that's the worst thing to do on a live stream. And then below the bullet form, the bullet list, I'm going to have a transcript of the whole live stream. So I'll have every live stream transcribed. So you will come to, whether it says coaching or live streams, you'll be able to click on, let's say, productive morning rituals. Let's say this was a video live stream. It'll be video, my little doodle. It'll have below the little doodle, it'll have my bullet points. And then below the bullet points, it'll have a transcript. So and this is going to happen every day. So that's how I'm going to be putting content moving forward of these live streams inside of Alphapreneur. So then when I'm doing them live on YouTube for people that aren't yet members, I'll say, by the way, if you want my notes, if you want you want my notes, you want my doodles, you want my any of this stuff, it's all in Alphapreneur. And if you want a community of thousands of entrepreneurs that are all talking about this right now, this is where to go. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And so the reason I'm telling you that is because now that I'm saying this out loud, I won't need Searchy because the way that the videos are going to be formatted with the transcripts and everything, you'll be able to go to the normal search bar and just type in whatever you want. And if I talked about it in the transcript, it's going to show up. All right. So let's take a look here at the poll. So the poll, the question was, would you prefer the sidebar to say coaching or live streams? Because I thought coaching is what we would want. Okay, so Frank says, Chris, adding guest coaches looking ahead in the future is a great idea. Any luck? And since you're a truly ambassador coach, hopefully future experts will come directly from us, Inspired Alphas. I hope so. And if any of you want to go live with me and we can go live and kind of try something new. If one of you want to get on camera and have something to talk about, we could totally do that. That's where I would like to see this go. The live streams go is like me and someone else like powwowing, on a live stream, and then eventually have live streams where it's just another coach, like a guest coach. Like I would do the introduction and they would just teach. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But first, I got to just start doing it myself so I can figure out the format, the flow, and all that kind of stuff. All right. So the big reveal. Live streams from Sue, live streams from Steve, live streams from Gary, live stream from Pay, coaching / live streams. I see what you did there, Kat. And live streams, more general if you want to vary it. Coaching / live, isn't coaching on different topics in live stream format. So the coaching right now was going to be full written articles like you see here, but it's going to get replaced with live streams. Instead of doing full written articles, what I would normally write out in long form content, I'm just going to do as a video live stream for you. So you're going to get way more value than just reading. Coaching should have a separate tab. So we have Friday, and maybe we have Fridays or once a month sessions. You critique our projects and coach us. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Don't want to add too much to all this, Sue. Doing a live stream every day of the week on a topic that I got to come up with every day, and then be doing doodles and doing notes and then transcribing and then doing it again the next day. I've got my plate full, so I'm not going to be introducing anything new to Alphapreneur anytime soon. These live streams alone every day is essentially like a coaching session. So Vitor says live stream. Cool. So guess what? We are going to change coaching to live streams inside of Alphapreneur. So when we're done, I'm not going to do it here live and make you all watch me. But so this, in 30 minutes, this section that says coaching is going to say live streams. And when you click on live streams, it'll say live streams here. And then it'll say Alphapreneur live streams. And then this is where the live streams will go. And then these little coaching articles, I'm just going to do away with them. And then, because I'm going to turn these into live streams anyway. So, you know what? I take that back. I'm going to leave this the way it is now. Monday, when I do the first live stream for this section, that's when we'll unveil the new section. Sound good? So I promised there was going to be a new tool that I was going to recommend. So let's go ahead and reveal the new tool that I was talking about. It is called Handwritten, and it's spelled really bad. So I'm going to put it in the comments. So it's called Handwritten, spelled WRYTTEN, Handwritten. This is insane. So this tool that you can use is you can do handwritten notes in the mail that show up in people's hands that they can open up from the postal service, and it's got handwritten notes that it looks like you wrote it by hand, pen and ink on paper, but you didn't do it. How does that work? So I was really curious about this, so I started doing a little digging, and it even has an app where you could do this through an app. It has automation where if someone like buys one of your products, or they buy like let's say you sell a couple products, or let's keep it on topic of funnel. Let's say you're building a funnel and you are doing, you've got your $7 little blueprint. Then let's say you got your masterclass, and then you've got your done with you and your done for you solution. You could set this up in a way where if someone bought one of your more expensive things, not the $7 thing, but if they bought one of your bigger ticket things that are like $200 or $400 or $1,000, you can have it synced up with this service. So you can have a note automatically with their name on it saying, Kelly, thank you so much for investing in the intermittent fasting masterclass. I just know you're going to love it. Something to your future success, Sue. So you would have a template where it says like, hey, Brittany, blah, 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 blah. So the name would be filled in with the first name of the person that bought your product. And then the description is pretty much a canned description, or the body of the message. The body of the message is just basic because it's for anyone that bought that product. So it's the same message. And then you would have your closing line, whatever. So you could come in here and take a look at this. So you can actually say features, and then you can pick different handwriting styles. I mean, this is insane. So you could do like casual David, you could do charming Chase, You could do chill charity. So you could pick if you want a handwriting style that is like very fancy or very kind of more like you, or more like, I don't know, however you want, professional, more comical. And all of this is done with like, there's not a real person that actually does this. It's a software where there is an actual like unit that has your order come in, and then it's like a robot where it's an actual pen writing this out on a note card. So anyway, it's really, really crazy stuff that this even exists. So what I'm going to do, just to kind of show you how I bookmark things again, because I haven't even bookmarked. This is so new. This was just on my browser tab, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to share this while we're live. No, I did bookmark it. Sorry. So I bookmarked this. This is how. So I put it in a folder, in my services folder, called direct mail, because direct mail would be like anything anyone ever sends physically. And then my bookmark name was handwritten, and the description was handwritten notes platform. So then in my mind, I know now, so I'm going to save it like that. I can just in my search bar type in like handwritten notes, and then there it is. So it's there because it's in my bookmarks. So anyway, that's Gary says you gotta like those tools. I'm telling you, if you all start bookmarking everything that I'm going to be recommending, you're gonna have an addiction. You don't even know what's coming. But guess what? It's a good addiction to have, because then you've got just like all these books I got behind me, and all the other books I have at home, and the books I have on the way from Amazon right now that are always going to be on the way. The more stuff that you kind of collect like that and get to know, the more knowledge that you have to pass down to somebody else. And that's one of the real big benefits of being an Alphapreneur, is that you're going to get so much knowledge and information that you can, whether or not you can use this stuff now, I guarantee at some point, some of these tools that you're just bookmarking, or books that you might not be buying this book right now. That's fine. Just write it down. Like start a folder of books. You know what? You don't even have to start a folder. There's a section in Alphapreneur called books, and these are like my favorite books, and these are summaries of all my favorite books that I had written for all of you. So these are right. Look at this right here. The obstacle is the way. Like, no joke. So you can actually, instead of buying the book, just read the book summaries if you want that I put for you. This is all comes, all inclusive in Alphapreneur. So anyway, that's how much I love this kind of stuff. But anyway, where I was going with that is, even though you might not be using this information now, it's getting up here, right? It's getting up here, and when it's up here, you're going to be able to like come up with what's up here down the road when you need it, or you could be talking to somebody, or talking to someone in Alphapreneur, or just talking to someone 5 years from now, and someone's like, man, I've got this business, and what's really working for me is that I'm doing these handwritten notes, but I am spending all day writing notes to my customers, but I know it works because I've been doing it for years. And you're like, guess what? I got the thing for you. And then go in your bookmarks and then find that handwritten. Good luck remembering how it's spelled, but it's bookmarked. You could just type in whatever, find it, and then you can recommend it to people. That's why I collect so many bookmarks and services. And that's why I'm always trying to be on the hunt for new products, new services, new courses, new tools, new software, new books, new anything, because it's not that I'm need to use it right now and then, but I have all of this stuff where I'm like the ultimate resource for an entrepreneur. And I want to pass all that down to you inside of Alphapreneur. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. Man, guess what? We've been here for like an hour and a half. So we're way past time. I plan on being here for only an hour, and I try to keep Fridays even lighter because it's Friday and it's beautiful out, and I need to get some fresh air. And I haven't ate anything yet today either, so I need to get some food. But how'd you like today's session? Today was the final live stream for the One Funnel Away Challenge. So when you come back on Monday, what's Monday? What's this upcoming Monday? Let's take a look here. Monday the 8th. So Monday, February 8th, 1 p.m. Central, I'm going to go live. I will pick a cool. It'll be the first of a whole run of hundreds and hundreds of topics of me going live with a specific topic that is how to blank, that is I'm going to be designed in a way where it doesn't matter what path you're on, as long as you are an entrepreneur, whether you're just getting started, whether you're already successful, it doesn't matter what business you have, anyone from any business. It doesn't matter if there could be someone on the live stream on Monday. This is my way of thinking, by the way. On Monday moving forward, if there was someone that was on my live stream that owns a salon, and also someone that is a Kindle publisher, and then someone that is starting off and they're going to be a brand ambassador just for something, and there's going to be, let's say, a freelancer. He's an entrepreneur because he's a freelancer. I'm just coming up with different professions. If there's like 100 people on and they're all having different professions, I'm going to make sure that the topic is going to appeal to everyone, and then also everyone's going to be able to benefit collectively. It's a big undertaking, and I'm really nervous about it. But that's what we're going to be doing on Monday. So I really ask for you to show up, and I'm going to I'm going to decide on the topic today. I'm going to probably send some emails out over the weekend, and I'm going to, so if you're not yet even getting my emails because you just found me, go to alphapreneur.com and put in your email here. You'll get emails from me then. And then you'll get an email whenever the live stream's coming up. And I please ask you to not only just show up to the live stream, but share it with other people to try to get other people on, because I'm going to make sure that it is something that if anyone has any inkling of being an entrepreneur, they're going to love these live streams. So it's going to be a big undertaking, but I'm excited. All right, so that's all we got. So let's take a look here at the chat. Thank you for all taking all the time to give me, if you can all just want to give me a final rating and a final kind of sign off message, now's the time to do it. I'll take a sip of water. I'll give you a chance to type it in. We'll just do a nice little closeout session, and then move on about our days, shall we? All right, Sue says, blowing my mind. Thank you, Sue. Frank says the writing tool is awesome. Thank you. I think it's pretty cool. Sue says, thank you so much. 10 plus, you're welcome. Gary says 10. Thank you so much. It's always inspiring. Join your live stream and coaching sessions. I like how you're now saying live stream and coaching. We can just say live stream moving forward. It's fine. Kat says 10 plus. Thank you. Sue says 10. Great. Or 10 square. Thank you. You over delivered big time today. I just every time I go live, I want to keep trying to outdo myself. So thank you. Be here on Monday. I'm at my computer. I send 10,000 likes. Thank you very much. Vitor, great stuff. Thank you. You're welcome, Vitor. Frank, Steve. Frank says 10 plus. Excellent. And over delivering as always. Thank you. You're very welcome. So that's it for today. Hope you all have a safe weekend if you are in the United States or really anywhere in the world. If you're watching football in the Super Bowl, enjoy. I'm going to enjoy spending time with my family and watching it and eating some food I probably should not be eating and drinking some stuff I probably shouldn't be drinking. But I'm going to do that on Sunday and then show up again on Monday at 1 p.m. Central. And we're in for a treat if it's going to go half as good as I think it's going to go on Monday. So thank you all for being here. That's it for me. And I will see you all inside Alphapreneur.